Welcome back, Panelheads, where we uncover the stories, characters, and hidden gems that make comics legendary. Not every Marvel tale is a masterpiece. In fact, some stories are remembered less for their brilliance and more for the frustration they caused fans. Today, we're counting down the top 5 worst Marvel comic storylines. The ones that had fans shaking their heads, questioning the writers, and in some cases, rewriting the legacy of beloved characters. These aren't just bad stories, they're infamous, the ones readers still debate years later. Let's start with the Spider-Man story that broke the internet before memes existed. Spider-Man has endured tragedy, loss, and sacrifice, but nothing hit fans quite like One More Day, when Aunt May is mortally wounded. Peter Parker makes a desperate deal with Mephisto to save her life. The cost? His marriage to Mary Jane is erased from existence. Fans saw years of character development vanish overnight. Instead of growth, Peter was reset to a lonely status quo. To this day, it's one of the most controversial stories in Marvel history. If One More Day erased a legacy, our next story twisted one beyond recognition, and it all starts with Scarlet Witch. This mid-90s Avengers event was meant to shake things up, but instead left fans more confused than ever. Tony Stark is revealed to have secretly been a traitor under Kang's influence for years. The story kills off the adult Iron Man, replacing him with a teenage version from an alternate timeline. Between the convoluted plotting, baffling character choices, and poor execution, The Crossing is often cited as Marvel's lowest point in the 90s. And if you thought Iron Man's fate was bad here, wait until you see how Marvel handled one of Spider-Man's most infamous arcs. What started as a clever idea quickly spiraled out of control. The Clone Saga began as a way to bring back Ben Reilly, a clone of Peter Parker, but Marvel stretched the story far too long. At its peak, multiple clones, imposters, and retcons made it nearly impossible to follow. Readers were left asking, who is the real Spider-Man? What could have been a short arc turned into a bloated mess, remembered more for its confusion than creativity. Clones might have muddied the waters for Spidey, but the next story outright broke the Marvel Universe, literally. Following the success of the original Secret Wars, Marvel tried to strike gold twice. Instead, fans got a bloated, dull event where the Beyonder roams Earth trying to understand humanity. The story derailed multiple ongoing series, interrupting the plot for forced tie-ins. With philosophical rambling, bizarre choices, and a lack of focus, Secret Wars 2 is remembered as one of Marvel's most disappointing sequels. But even God's Wandering Earth, nothing sparked more outrage than the time Marvel rewrote one of its greatest heroes. Marvel tried to capture the lightning of the original Civil War, but Civil War 2 fell flat. The story centers on Lucius, an inhuman who can predict the future. Captain Marvel embraces his visions, while Iron Man opposes the idea of punishing people for crimes they haven't committed. While the setup is intriguing, the execution left fans disappointed. Beloved characters were killed off needlessly. Tony Stark was left in a coma, and the entire event felt forced and uninspired. Instead of sparking meaningful debate like the original, it came off as a hollow cash grab. And that's the thing. Marvel's worst stories remind us that even giants can stumble, but those stumbles make the classic shine even brighter. And that's our top 5 worst Marvel storylines. From the broken promise of One More Day to the hollow conflict of Civil War 2. These arcs show how even Marvel's greatest can miss the mark. Which of these do you think was the biggest letdown? Or is there one we didn't cover that you would add to this list? Let us know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more deep dives. Other than that, Panelheads, we will see you again when we cover another Marvel story that changed comics forever.